Okay, so that's ready. Now, I am making my son, my eldest son, I have 3 children, he's the middle one. It's his birthday on Thursday, but because he's a big football fan and England are playing a game in the World Cup on Thursday, I'm making his birthday tea for Tuesday, tomorrow. So I've just decided I'm going to use pretty much everything I can from the garden, but I'm going to make a vanilla cheesecake. I've used Jamie Oliver's recipe because I'm a big fan of Jamie Oliver. I've got a lot of time for him. I'm sure, even if you're not in the UK, people will have heard of Jamie Oliver because he's just a cool guy. I like him a lot. And it's called Bloomin' Easy Vanilla Cheesecake. So I need 150 grams of unsalted butter. And I'll just put that in there to melt then. 250 grams of biscuits. Now I have one of those mixy things, those food processory things that turns things into dust, but I've also got a rolling pin and a plastic bag. So that's far more fun doing it that way. So John is 31 years old on Thursday, and he was born in this house. I can actually point to the very spot where he was born, which is nice, isn't it? And then 2 years later, his brother was born in this house also. It's one of the reasons why I would find it quite hard to leave this house. That's nicer than getting a noisy machine out, isn't it? Oh, we need the oven on. Combine the sugar and corn flour. 115 grams of caster sugar. This is going to take some editing. 3 tablespoons of corn flour. 1, 2, 3. 900 grams of cheese, cream cheese. 900 grams. In it goes. It's a cheesecake after all. What can you say? I think John's birthday in June, lovely. My other 2 children's birthdays are in December and February. Not great times to have birthdays, it has to be said. Wowza. $900, exactly. I'm going to put it in a bigger bowl. Okay, I think that's pretty well combined. So how many eggs do we need, Jamie? 2 large eggs. It doesn't specify that they have to be laid today, but they were. 1, 2. And before I get on and do that, the butter has melted, and so that's going to go into the digestive biscuits. I'm making this evening because it needs a little bit of baking and then it's going to be served cold. And I had this idea to make some decorations on the top. So I bought the things I'll use to decorate. If I get round to doing that, I'll show you that as well. I'm just going to scoot that around and then it's just to bake it in the oven for 10 minutes. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of editing of this video. 10 minutes in the oven. Mixing in the eggs now. Oh, sensational. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. 115 ml of cream. Oop, nearly there. Nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. This is hard to tack on a plate, this, isn't it? Now, I should have definitely used a bigger bowl. The grated rind of an orange and a lemon. Oh, it smells gorgeous. I'm just going to put the zest of the lemon in. And now the orange. Let's have a look at this, shall we? So all that zest is in there. And so much cream and so much cream cheese. So I'm just going to run down the ingredients and check that everything is in that should be. Orange, lemon, vanilla, cream, eggs, cream cheese, corn flour, caster sugar. Yeah, that's everything. Okay. Okay, so let's just... Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Okay, so this is the cream mixture in there now. Now onto the decorations. Okay, now then, we're going to make the topping decorations for the cheesecake. It's got about another 10 minutes or so left to go over there in the oven. So in here, I've got some dark chocolate. Now, what I've got here then is, if you can see, I'll explain the setup that I've got here. I've done this before and it works, and so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what I have here is some cherries I've just bought from the supermarket. I've given them a good wash and a really thorough dry on this kitchen paper so that they're lovely and clean. I'm hoping that there are enough with stalks. They all are good with stalks. If they haven't got stalks, I'll just eat them because we're going to dip them. I'll show you. Looks cool. But they're all lovely and dry now, so I want them dry because water and chocolate are not good friends at all. So what I've got here then is a little tube full of gold luster dust. We'll see if I manage to do the cherries how I want them. Then I'll sprinkle them with gold luster dust. So you must be wondering what this contraption's for. We'll see in a minute. Use a spoon instead. 85. We're going. Okay then. So the ones with the stalks on are the ones I want. I'll get a bit nearer and show you how I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm going to dip the cherries in the chocolate, like so, so that they're completely covered, by holding the stalk like that. And then, using one of these little tiny pegs that I've got especially for the purpose, okay, let the excess drip off. And I want that little pointy bit on the bottom because it looks really cool. So now we go here and suspend the chocolate on the baking tray. It's a fiddly business, but I've only got 2 sons and 1 daughter. It's not worth doing this for them. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? So if you can see that I'm letting that drip form at the bottom, because I actually want that. And then I'm going to suspend this, pinch it with the peg and suspend it there. Now, John's going to be 31, so I want to make 31 of these. Isn't it fun? Well, there they all are. I've made 38, I think there are, so I've got some spare. I dusted these ones with gold luster dust.
So there's the cherries dipped and finished now. Half of them are gold and half are dark chocolate. I think they look good. So we'll see how the whole cake comes together tomorrow.
So the cheesecake is done. The cherries have been in the fridge all day. So they're going to be here in 10 minutes or so. So I'm just going to arrange these cherries on the cake and then put it back in the fridge. Secretly. It's quite a sophisticated cake for me. Another row of cherries. What fun! I used these tiny little lights instead of candles because it's far too hot a day to have candles. And John really enjoyed it, and everyone else really enjoyed it. And everyone took a little slab home with them because it was very big and very rich. So until the next birthday cake then.